welcome to the Affirmation Journey. I know where I'm going today, so you won't hear the GPS giving me directions. Today, I would like to talk about dating leverage. This might be my third or fourth video on dating leverage. And my definition of leverage is similar to the Merriam-Webster's dictionary version of dating leverage. So you do a little effort to gain a lot. So it could be effort, it could be, dealing. I think you usually hear it with money and investing, like putting 20% down on real estate, 20% down of $100,000 property, which is $20,000, and then you finance the rest for $80,000 or 80%. So you've heard of the 20-80 rule. Doing 20% of the effort comes from 80% of your clients. If you're doing real estate, you've heard that, where you do 20% effort of calling, keeping in touch with your database, and 20% effort on your part, and 80% of your sales comes from that 20% of effort of keeping in contact with your clients. That's in regards to real estate. So how does that apply to dating? Dating is where you don't have any power in the relationship until the man really likes you and wants to please you. So women who are asking for money, whatever you're asking for or wanting, marriage, a serious relationship, a mated relationship, you have to wait for him to give that to you. And so, of course, you can date other people, or you can wait and date only him and wait for him to give you what you're wanting, or bring it up. But dating leverage is the ability to be patient and to wait for the man to bring up or initiate conversation about something that you want. How does this play out? So I've told you to get this book called Getting to I Do. It has a really good, it breaks down the dating phases of relationship into 4 stages. And so each stage is different. I've read this book so many times, I can tell you, the first 3 months, 1 to 3 months is the perfect phase, 3 to 6 is the imperfect stage, and 6 to 9 is negotiation, 6 months to 9 months is negotiation, and then 9 to 12 months is the commitment stage. So those are the 4 stages. But when it comes to dating leverage, it's tricky, because you have to really be in tune with the man that you are dating and wanting, let's say, a commitment from. So that means that it depends on the stage that you're in. Are you in the 1 to 3 month stage, the perfect stage? Or are you in the 3 to 6 month stage, which is the imperfect stage, where all of his little flaws start to seep out, your little flaws start to seep out? Or are you in the negotiation phase, where he really cares about you, you care about him, and he's bringing up the next level of the relationship? Like, he's talking about you two moving in, if you are living together, if you are mated, or he's talking about how you will live together, if you're talking about marriage. And these two can overlap, because basically they're the same. It's just that one is legal and there's a lot of documentation. Well, I've never been married, so I don't even know if there's a lot of documentation regarding getting married, but there's paperwork involved. I do know that. So, yeah, so in that part, you're talking about how it would be to be living together, and whose place you're going to go to, and all of that stuff. But when you're talking about leverage in dating, you have to be careful about about what you're asking for and what your expectations are, and at least how you're verbalizing your expectations, because you have to tread lightly. Does he like you as much as you like him, or do you like him more than he likes you? If you do, you don't have any leverage, because there are things that he's not going to be willing to do, like maybe outright give you money and say, here's $300 just because I like you or I'm falling in love with you. And whatever that is, to some people $300 is a lot, and some, to other people $300 is nothing. So $3,000, $30,000, you put another zero on the end according to what you think is appropriate for your dating leverage. If he just met you and he's not really sure, he's not going to be willing to do too much rather than just pay for the date, and talk to you on the phone maybe once or twice a week. And if he likes you a whole lot, he might call you a couple of times in the week. And if he's really, really, really into you, he might call you a couple of times in a day, like 3 or 4 times in a day, to check on you, text you, to just keep in touch. To some women, that's too much. For me, back before I started this channel, that would have been too much. It'd be like, good God, what can we possibly be talking about, 3 or 4 times a day? And, picking up the phone and rolling my eyes and stuff, But when you are in sync with a man, he wants to marry, there's nothing that feels shaky about it or full of BS about it, and he's calling you every day and a couple of times a day, and he lives in a different state and city, then you make exceptions. And I know some people think, well, if he's in a different state or city, it's not really a relationship. Well, it depends on the man. What effort is he putting in? That's where we come back to that dating leverage. Is he putting in the effort to make you feel like you are in a relationship? Calling every day, coming to visit every week if it's a close distance, letting you are meeting his family in addition to that. So that's some leverage that you have accrued, because leverage is built. It's not something that's automatically given to anyone. Dating leverage. And so since this is a woman's channel, I'm speaking about dating leverage from a female's perspective and her interaction with a man. So the dating leverage is accrued. It's built over time and through actions that are in alignment with words. Some men talk a little bit more than others don't talk so much, but you can tell from their behavior that you're accruing dating leverage with them. So how do you accrue dating leverage? The man has to like you, first of all. Somehow get your contact information. I told you about flirting, to let him know that you're available and you're open to talking to him, which is smiling while you look at him for 5 seconds. I can do it now, but I couldn't do it before. I can do it now because I started doing this technique with everyone. Men, women, children. I just started doing it with everyone, and I got a very, very positive response. Not only from others, but also I felt good inside when I start to smile. So when I smile, even now, I feel good. I feel good. So dating leverage is accrued. So first of all, you got to get the man that you're interested in to ask for your contact information. Then when he asks you on a date, you have to look the part. So looking the part is looking feminine, soft, with your makeup, your lipstick, your hairstyle, the your body type, that, and letting him do the talking. So for every conversation that you have with him, he is doing 80-90% of the talking. You're asking him questions, and not like, I don't know, the first date, just make it light. Not a whole bunch of serious questions and all that stuff that we can get into, but just make it light. And I'd like to say wear dresses. If you're not a dress woman, okay, but the more feminine it is, the flowery, fluffy, soft it looks, the better, because there's a juxtaposition between what you're wearing and what he's wearing. So I've worn this jacket on dates. It's a motorcycle jacket, but I've also worn it with a pencil skirt, red lipstick. I have softened the jacket up. So yeah, that's what I'm talking about, dating leverage. And so you can only build upon the leverage if he really likes you with time. You can't, it's not something that's automatically given. We don't automatically give men leverage or dating leverage, and they don't automatically give it to us. It's built over time, and the more you show up as soft and easy to talk to, go along with his dating program, as long as it's reasonable. We're not talking about deadbeats and stuff like that. We're talking about mature men who know how to date and know it's their responsibility to pay for the date and set the date up. So I don't even know anything about, deadbeat dudes who, expect you to pay for the date and do all that foolishness. I don't even know of any men like that. So if you look at my earlier videos, I was meeting guys like that. I think I was in the beginning, but now I have grown in my dating skills that I don't attract those men anymore. Thank goodness. So there is progress. But remember, ladies, dating leverage is built over time. It's not automatically given to anyone. It's not automatically given to anyone. And so I want you to remember that as you go out and date. And I'll do another video on how to get him to keep asking you on a date if you really want to date him. I'll do another video on that. So anyway, thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, click on the notification bell for new videos. And don't forget to check out my mugs and other merch. You should see the link in the description or somewhere around the video. And I also have journals on Amazon. Check them out under the Hypergamous Journey. And I will see you in the next video. Bye.